What's up, everybody, and welcome back to By the Book Bonus Bets. This is Meg McDonald. I'm Nejad, or otherwise known as Nejad Esquire. Meg, we're going to do it again. I practiced law for 13 years, and I get to practice law here because we're going to pick an NFC South division winner. I'm going to make an argument for the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But before I do, let's take a look at the odds. Let's take a look at what we're looking at right now heading into Week 14. The Atlanta Falcons, they were a huge favorite, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. Now they're minus 115, tied with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Certainly appears to be a two-person race. Meg, are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready. And just to be clear, while you practice law for 13 years, I get to ride those coattails because I'm not just the jury in this situation. I am also the judge. So you can refer to me as Judge Meg and Jury Meg as well, not to be confusing.
Well, I don't want to bother the court. Is it Judge McDonald or is it Judge Meg? What does the court prefer?
McDonald.
Okay,
More
Judge
official.
McDonald. Well, Judge McDonald, counsel for Tampa, I think they're ready.
Are you ready to proceed?
Yeah, counsel's ready to proceed.
For Tampa Bay, please go.
All right. May it please the court. Judge McDonald, the jury, members of the jury. Tampa Bay was down and out. A few weeks ago, they lost Chris Godwin. They lost Mike Evans. They had a terrible defense. The defense starting to get a little healthier. They're coming around a little bit. Mike Evans is back, and here's the X factor, Meg McDonald, members of the jury, Judge McDonald, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
This team is just churning out wins, but here's the best part about the minus 115 on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's take a look at their schedule. It is what dreams are made of when you're talking about a playoff race here. They get the Raiders at home. Then they have to go to the Chargers. That is a tough game, but the Chargers looking quite fraudulent. I mean, honestly, they shouldn't have even beaten Atlanta yesterday. Then you get the Dallas Cowboys led by most likely Cooper Rush in Dallas. No home field there. Carolina Panthers at home. New Orleans Saints at home. Don't forget, Carolina. New Orleans Saints probably doesn't have Taysom Hill, one of their biggest weapons. This is a great schedule for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Defense starting to play a little bit better. I understand they almost lost to the Carolina Panthers on the road yesterday, but Carolina playing a little bit better. Bucky Irving, Rashad White, Sean Tucker, Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard, Jalen McMillan, and again, Baker Mayfield. They have the ingredients to run, 4-1 on this schedule? Oh. That's going to be enough to win the division, even though they don't have the tiebreaker.
I will say I'm a big fan of Bucky Irving. I think he's a
so good.
Star in the National Football League. And I also think Baker Mayfield, that chip on his shoulder, never gets smaller. It doesn't matter how big or small, it doesn't get smaller. So, okay, I hear you. I'm listening. Is counsel for the Atlanta Falcons ready to proceed? Counsel
for the Atlanta Falcons right here, Nejad Esquire at your service. May it please the court. Counsel for the Falcons. Counsel for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just mentioned the tiebreaker and just kind of threw it away like it was no big deal. The Falcons have the tiebreaker. Now you can make the argument that the Falcons are the lesser team here. They lost to the Chargers yesterday, but they played the worst game they could possibly play. They outgained the Chargers in every metric possible and somehow managed to lose that game because Kirk Cousins had one of those games that Kirk Cousins has every once in a while. But Kirk Cousins usually bounces back. Defense.
Speculation.
That is very speculative. All right. I'm going to retract that statement.
This is a meat tenderizer, by the way.
It's fantastic. Looks like a gavel to me. Here's the thing. You're right. Sustained. But this defense coming out of the bye played really well against Justin Herbert. They still have the weapons in Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Drake London. And let's take a look at Atlanta's schedule. Don't forget, they've got one in their pocket because they have the tiebreaker. We go to the Minnesota Vikings. That's going to be tough. That maybe is a loss right there. At the Las Vegas Raiders, New York Giants at home, Commanders, that's going to be a tough one, and the Carolina Panthers. All they really need to do is go the same that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do. So in other words, if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose 2 and the Falcons lose 2, well, they've got the tiebreaker. They win the division. So I like that, where the Atlanta Falcons are sitting, even though their schedule is a touch harder than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The jury has reached a verdict.
Already?
Yes, I don't need to hear any more.
Another very short deliberation. One of these lawyers gave a pretty poor argument. All right, well, let's hear the verdict.
Can I swap you out with this? There. Okay. In the matter of the NFC South winner, the jury finds that the winner is, in fact, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, yes.
Kirk Cousins getting picked off 4 times yesterday. It's in my mind.
Yeah.
I just think Tampa Bay has the it factor. Baker Mayfield will find a way to win games, and I'm not sure Kirk Cousins still has that ability in him.
You know, one thing I left out of my argument was that Kirk Cousins does look pretty bad right now. It almost like we're almost getting into that part of the conversation where Do you want to put Michael Penix in? And we got to give Kirk Cousins a little bit more rope. But Tampa's not having those issues.
Correct.
And
they won't.
And by the way, they have tied this race up, losing so many weapons, and they're still at minus 115 tied. I mean, this is a team that's on the right path. It looks like the Atlanta Falcons may be slipping a little bit.
Imagine if the Bucs had Chris Godwin still.
Oh, my gosh.
Having him and Mike Evans on the same field was different.
Yeah, it was. All right, well, you at home, you all are members of the jury as well. Maybe you like the Atlanta Falcons side of it. Either way, they're both minus 115. I agree with the jury. I think I would put my money right now on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Baker Mayfield and company. Gonna check the box and get their playoffs going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, buy the book bonus bets. We're coming at you a few times a week on Monumental Plus. But of course, Monday through Friday at 5:30, it's buy the book. Join us every Monday through Friday again. That's Meg McDonald.
Is adjourned.
Court is adjourned. Judge McDonald.